The following is a presentation of the Austin Reed Network, now streaming for free on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
From Fresno to the Oregon State Capitol and everywhere in between, this is the Reed Report.
Here we go. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Reed Report. As always, we thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok at Austin Reed On Air. Happy that you're here. The Reed Report is every single Friday at 8 a.m. on KMSG TV, my TV 53, serving the Central California region. Plus, we air up in the Portland and Salem, Oregon area on KWVT Valley 17, Fridays at 11:30 p.m. with a replay on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And we stream anytime on the Austin Reed Network exclusively on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. I want to introduce to you my co-host this week. This is Raquel Regalado, and she's a new member of the Austin Reed Network family. So Raquel, welcome. We're going to get to what's trending in just a bit, but I want to tell everybody what's coming up on this week's episode of the Reed Report. You know, it is wedding season, and of course, our good friend Athena Matsikas, she goes one-on-one with the owners of Tuscan Gardens, a beautiful spot here in the Central Valley where we tape the Reed Report, and she's going to talk about wedding season 2023. Later, Isla Brock from Central Valley Hypnotherapy will join us in studio. We're talking about tinnitus and how she can help you. It's all part of her weekly segment called News in Hypnosis. And in just a bit, we're going to check in with the mayor of Salem, Oregon, as he's talking about how the city keeps water as safe as can be for everybody. So big show ahead. Let's kick things off with Raquel. You've got 3 trending stories. We're talking about the headlines, so take it away.
Yes, Austin. For today's trending story, I have Rihanna. She's finally having her second baby. I'm so happy for her. I know she just performed at the Super Bowl and her fans were at awe. She was on TikTok, on Facebook, YouTube Live. Everyone was watching her in support of her pregnancy as well, knowing the good news. But I just do wonder, Austin, if Chris Brown or Drake feels some type of way about this. What do you think?
Definitely Chris Brown, because he seems like just not the nicest guy. Okay. So I'm sure he's
we have that in our minds of what he did in the past, right. But I feel like Drake could be feeling a little angry or more jealous because they did have a thing going on. Right. But I am happy for her. She is a businesswoman and she is a performer, musician, and she does all the above. She's a hardworking mother and woman, and I'm just so happy for her. I say congratulations, Rihanna, and I hope for the best.
What's your favorite Rihanna song?
Definitely Pon de Replay.
Oh, that's a great one. Why? See, you're much younger than me, so that surprises me that you even remember that.
You know, I just remember watching her when I was a little girl and dancing to her music.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. You know, I interviewed Rihanna.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah. When I was 18 years old in Portland, Oregon, and I was at a radio station. I was actually interning at the radio station, and she came in, super nice. And this was right when she wasn't a superstar yet. Like, she was just getting going. Right. So, but yeah, she's awesome. I love Rihanna.
That's awesome, Austin.
Yeah. Finally, in the headlines, we're talking about Tesla.
I know they are making updates on their self-driving vehicles. I've seen so many videos on YouTube and heard so many stories of people falling asleep on the road because they trust their Teslas. And what happens is collisions happen, Austin. Right. And I feel like, should we trust these cars?
No, absolutely not. 100%. We were talking off the air just a minute ago about in China. I was watching a video on YouTube of security footage catching some driver driving a Tesla, and he didn't fall asleep. He tried to brake, but then the automation took over, and then he killed like 3 people. He couldn't stop the car.
Right. And these are ongoing problems, and I feel like Elon Musk must take responsibility for all these issues.
I agree. I totally agree. 100%. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I know they're nice vehicles, but just because they're nice, does it come with a cost of killing people?
Right. Life is too precious.
You're darn right it is, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we are going to check in now with the mayor of Salem, Oregon. He's talking about water. This is for our viewers on KWVT.
I'm Chris Hoy, and I'm the Mayor of Salem, and I'm out here today at Public Works talking with Sam Clary, one of our Public Works employees. And tell us a little bit about what you do, Sam.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. So I am a water quality technician, and my job is to ensure that Salem's water is safe, that it is of the best quality, and also to interact with the public to ensure that any of their concerns are taken care of and educate them as to where their water comes from and how we protect them as a community. So my job is to investigate those places, like the reservoirs, to make sure that the chlorine levels are adequate, the reservoirs are safe, intact, and then also make sure that the equipment is operating to the best of its ability to make sure that Salem's water is as pure and clear as it can be.
I've heard that people have referred to you as the funny smell guy. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sometimes, pretty much. They will call and they'll say, hey, I have a funny smell. My water smells funny or it tastes funny. And then I will go around and diagnose what that might be.
What are some things that might cause that?
Good question. So hot water heaters. Hot water heaters are infamous for horrible smells. It could be a situation where we've had a contractor come through and they have done some work in the area, so they've stirred up water. And it could be a situation where we have a slug of something come through that might stir things up in the piping and cause smell issues. It could be a situation where you have a gasket that's going bad in your aerators. So inside, that can be an issue.
And our thanks to the City of Salem for that report. Real quick, how can people follow you on Instagram since you're a brand new member here on the Austin Reed Network?
Right. You can find me on Instagram as Raquel.rk1. And that's my username.
All right. Well, give her a follow and like her Instagram. Okay. Raquel, thanks for being here. Coming up next here on the Reed Report, Isla Rock with Central Valley Hypnotherapy. We're talking about her new show called News and Hypnosis, which airs every weekend. We premiere it on the weekends on the Austin Reed Network on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. But this week we're gonna talk to Isla for a few minutes about tinnitus and how she can help you. So stay with us.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. What you think about that? Now you know how I feel. Say you could handle my love. Are you for real? Are you for real? I'll give you a try. If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Austin Reed Network family, if you are looking for guidance with anxiety, fears, relationships, strategies, or loss or grief of family, friends, even pets, it takes courage to ask for help. Admitting that you cannot do everything on your own is the first step toward achieving personal wellness in a fast-paced and demanding world. The good news is, asking for help gets easier with a little practice. Contact Isla Brock with Central Valley Hypnotherapy today. To schedule an appointment, call 559-749-4803. Today's episode of the Reed Report is brought to you by White Tiger Martial Arts in Fowler. Mention Austin Reed and get 50% off your first month. That's White Tiger Martial Arts in Fowler. Here's their number. Give them a call and save today. Do you need help landing your dream job? Get career training from a professional recruitment coach. Serving over 1,000 clients, JKH Career Coaching and Consulting brings over 15 years of experience in student career guidance and workforce development.
We focus on different things. Professionalism, absolutely. That's the one thing that we do look at. That's one thing that we need to make sure that they can even have that in place before they can even interview.
Student memberships and group discounts are now available. Don't get left behind. Get the coaching you need to increase your professional skills to get hired.
I did a mock interview with Jackie. She knew right away that I was shy and quiet. So instead of jumping into the interview right away, she spent time with me helping to develop my elevator pitch.
For more information, visit jkhccc.com or contact Jackie at 559-307-7712. That's 307-7712. Hey, welcome back to the Reed Report. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Austin Reed On Air. As always, we thank you for joining us. Hey, we are talking about News in Hypnosis. It is still a brand new show that launched last week on the Austin Reed Network on both Roku and Amazon Fire TV. And Isla Brock is with us again today here on the Reed Report. Episode 2 in the books. It's going to debut this weekend. What did you talk about this week?
Tinnitus. Some people call it tinnitus. I call it tinnitus. I'm just going to go with that.
And
that's what I learned.
The whole
ringing in the ear kind of thing. It's an annoying ringing in the ear that can be caused sometimes by traumatic upset, sometimes by an emotional significant event that happened, sometimes by injury. It just depends on what's going on in your life when it happened. Some people, maybe a child moved away from home or a partner died or something of that significance. And now all of a sudden you got this ringing in your ear. It's been there for 10 years and you don't know why it's there. You've been living with it. But here's the sad thing. You go to the doctor, you get checked out. Sorry, you have tinnitus. There's nothing we can do about it. You're just going to have to live with it. Well, that's where hypnotherapy can come in. If there's no other medical contraindications for it, then hypnotherapy can be of help to what we call habituate the sound. So like, think about right now, we habituate things all the time. Put your fingers in your ears and you hear that rumbling sound. Mm-hmm. That rumbling sound's always there. We just don't know it because it's not been brought to our conscious awareness. A lot of things go on all day long into our conscious awareness, things that are just not important. So it's going to do what it can to eliminate the non-essential, the minutia. We don't need to, whatever it is. Even in the studio, there's a lot of activity and stimulation. Sure. Our conscious awareness doesn't really care about that. It's whatever. It doesn't matter anything. But if somebody was a clown dressed up and waving, machetes, we're going to care about that.
Absolutely, yes.
So that's going to be in our registering.
A clown, just a clown, but with the machetes.
Yeah, even more, right? So that could create an emotional significant or whatever. So what I do is you come in for a session. Always plan about 2.5 hours for a tinnitus session after we've had initial phone consult, just to talk about your tinnitus, see where it's at, where it came from. In that session, I'm going to ask some detailed questions, go through some your timeline, and find out where it may have started. I don't know. I'm really good at asking questions, and typically we might be able to find some idea. It may not be in that session, but at some point, because of the questions I've asked, your mind starts to think. And all of a sudden, things become clear a couple of days later. Whoa, what happened? I haven't remembered that in years. Yeah. It's kind of interesting where it's just questions to just get you thinking. And there's another condition that relates to tinnitus. I was talking to you off camera. It's called hyperacusis. I'm just going to read the definition here. It's a hearing condition characterized by an increased sensitivity to certain frequencies or sounds. So people are sound sensitive. And now you've got sound sensitive with tinnitus, or maybe they're connected somehow. And it's just one of those live with it. Like I said, doctor said live with it. You guys got to live with it. Well, when you come to me, I've gotten a doctor referral. You've already been checked out. I've learned that you are no contra medical indications. It's probably a psychological issue, or from an injury, it's just going to have to live with it. And it's not in your ear, people. It's in your brain. This sound comes from your brain, and it feels like it's in your ear, and your emotions can exacerbate it. You know, if you're calm, it might be at a 3 or 4. Okay. It's always going to be there. But if you get excited or emotional, and it creates anxiety and fear, which puts you in a loop of more fear and more anxiety. The whole bit. And all of a sudden now it's a 9, and you just like want to pull your hair out. You can't get it to calm down. But if you were to calm down your emotional state, which is where hypnotherapy can come in, let's calm that state. Let's get rid of some of that fear. Let's help reduce that anxiety. Then all of a sudden that noise gets habituated. It's like it's not there. It's there, but it's not your conscious awareness anymore. So it's always going to be there. But let's just make it turning on a light switch kind of focus.
Well, my mom saw your first episode last week, and sure enough, she has tinnitus.
Wow.
So she's going to love watching this week's episode.
Yay.
It's fascinating information, and you're so right. I mean, she has gone to doctor after doctor, and it's like, they're like, well, sorry.
Yeah, and it's so sad. They should know more about it. And if more people would learn that hypnotherapy could help them, more doctors would refer people to a qualified hypnotherapist who has special certification in working with tinnitus and hypnosis. It's not just anybody. Don't go on YouTube and learn how to do this.
Right.
Please. I mean, I've had very detailed training.
Hours.
Thousands of hours.
Certified
too,
so.
So it's just a very detailed thing, and you don't want to hurt somebody. You know, you don't want to make it worse, because if you're opening someone's subconscious mind to drop in suggestions to make changes, if you don't know how their subconscious mind takes in information, it could really cause a problem. So definitely take it seriously. Call me if you want to know more.
And for our good friends up in the Northwest that's watching us on KWVT Valley 17, you can do remote sessions.
Absolutely. On just about anything. I can do remote sessions just fine. Again, plan on a 2.5 hour uninterrupted, no distractions. That's why I like people in my office, because, you know, they're in my office. Yeah. But no distractions, and call me. We'll have a great time on learning about your tinnitus.
Leave the cat and dog outside.
Exactly. Exactly. Even in a hypnotic state, I even throw that in there and habituate those sounds while you're in hypnosis, that they don't matter right now. Right. You know, just listen to the sound of my voice, and anything else that matters doesn't matter right now.
Isla, thank you so much again. News in Hypnosis Episode 2 launching this weekend exclusively on the Austin Reed Network on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. And we'll see you again next week on The Reed Report.
Yes, I'll be here.
I'm Austin Reed. Thank you for joining us, everybody. This is The Reed Report, and we will be right back. Do you need help landing your dream job? Get career training from a professional recruitment coach. Serving over 1,000 clients, JKH Career Coaching and Consulting brings over 15 years of experience in student career guidance and workforce development.
We focus on different things. Professionalism, absolutely. That's the one thing that we do look at. That's one thing that we need to make sure that they can even have that in place before they can even interview.
Student memberships and group discounts are now available. Don't get left behind. Get the coaching you need to increase your professional skills to get hired.
I did a mock interview with Jackie. She knew right away that I was shy and quiet. So instead of jumping into the interview right away, she spent time with me helping to develop my elevator pitch.
For more information, visit jkhccc.com or contact Jackie at 559-307-7712. That's 307-7712.
As you know, it is the weekend and it's officially wedding season. I have here with my friends. I go way back with Simran because she used to own an urgent care, and during those crazy COVID times, she now is the owner, one of the owners of Tuscan Gardens, Simran Gill, and the event coordinator manager. It sounds like you do a little bit of everything. Liz Blanco of Tuscan Gardens. It sounds like it's a beautiful venue in Kingsburg.
Yeah, we're getting ready to kick off the spring season. So March through June, it's full wedding season. It's in full blast. So
you have a bridal expo coming up.
We do.
And it's at your place, right?
Yes.
So a couple questions. I know we're in, well, what is today? February. We're in February. is this bridal expo of women and guys coming to you guys planning the following year? Because are you already booked up? Or can someone say, hey ladies, we're getting married in May, let's go?
No, yeah.
Like, do you have openings now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So we have a few dates available for spring, summer, and fall. We have a catering prep area, which is really important for a catering company to have that space at the venue.
So they have to bring in their catering, their own caterers,
Yeah,
the
so
bride and groom.
we
But you have the facility
Right.
there.
So we have
Okay.
a great open vendor policy, which is
Okay.
really fun to have. A couple can find a catering company that they love versus having to have, limited options.
Well, yeah, like you have to
Yeah.
pick us. So Simran, I know, you're a great businesswoman. That urgent care thrived, and COVID, it was crazy times, and now you own this beautiful wedding venue. Is this your house? Like, how did this all come about?
No, it was actually a previous owner lived there, and it's
Okay.
a huge place, 3,500 square foot. A house, which we also put on Airbnb.
Oh, cool.
Not our
Can they
couple
stay
picked-
there?
Oh, yeah. Not
Okay.
our couple picked to stay there the
Okay.
night before with their, party of 5 or 10, a family. Or it's also available when it's not an event. Somebody just wants to hang out and have fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, we do that.
Can you do other parties there besides weddings?
Yes.
Like graduation
absolutely.
parties,
Absolutely.
retirement. Is it on the river? Like, where is it in Kingsburg?
So it's located it's off of Mountain and Madsen,
Okay.
Mountain View and Madsen, which is in the countryside of Kingsburg. So just a few short drive, a few minutes outside of the actual city in Kingsburg.
Okay.
But so that creates like an intimate setting for a wedding, really private, secluded.
Yeah.
It's surrounded by almond trees. We have olive trees surrounding the property. So it's a nice intimate place, kind of like a little bit of a getaway here in the valley, which is something you don't see that often. Definitely not your traditional banquet hall venue. It's definitely outdoorsy, garden, very photo-esque venue. So I think our couples really love it for that reason. Private and secluded and just beautiful.
How long have you guys been open? I feel like I went to a wedding here in October. Have you been open for a little while?
10 plus years.
Okay, yes. I'll talk to you off the air. I think it's all coming back to me now. Where you said the location, I swear I was at a venue here, and it's very it's Tuscany. It's very Italian-like. You feel like you're not in Fresno or Kingsburg.
Right.
You feel like you're in Italy, kind of.
Yeah,
It's got that feeling. Okay, that's awesome. So again, let's talk about where and how you can book the venue if you can't make the bridal show. I would encourage people to go to the Bridal Expo, but how can people get a hold of you guys and the website and
Definitely.
all of that?
So we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. You can find our website link on our both social medias. You can give us a call at our phone number. We can also just have you fill out a contact form on our website. Basic info, wedding details, and anticipated dates, so we can follow up with you and hopefully get you a site visit here at the venue.
I love it. And again, tell us about the Bridal Expo. What time? Are you charging people? Do they just show up? Tell us the details.
Okay, so the details for the vendor showcase are going to be, we are taking RSVPs for entry. This allows you an entry into the venue. We are inviting your entourage if you want to bring your girls with you. All of our couples in planning, bring your families along. We're going to have tons of local vendors here at the showcase, anywhere from your favorite DJ to a few other planners and photographers and things like that, so people can check out. Just basically come check us out. We're going to be there from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, March 5th.
Are there going to be any wedding cake samples? I might go just to
I
taste.
hope so too.
Wedding cake is like the best, right?
I know,
or like
I know.
catering
Yeah,
food and all that stuff. Simran, are we missing anything before we let you go? Anything else? This place sounds amazing. We have the picture behind us. Tuscan Gardens venue sounds awesome to have a wedding, and of course the Bridal Expo. Yeah. Anything that we missed at all?
No, we do have a great gazebo area as well. Even though it's very outdoorsy, you can still have a covered area that still give you that outdoorsy feeling, but you
Yeah.
still have some coverage. So, you know, we have done weddings in August when it was 104.
Well, I'm Greek. Let's bring on my big fat Greek wedding. Simran, I know you're Punjabi. We could change the light bulb, have a big Indian wedding. All cultures are welcome. Simran Gill and Liz Blanco, thank you so much. Check out Tuscan Garden anytime. Tuscan Gardens venue, tuscangardens.net. Back to you, Austin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks so much for joining us here on this week's episode of The Reed Report. Austin Reed alongside Raquel Regalado one more time. We've got a couple more things to talk about as we are heading into the weekend. We've got the Oscars on Sunday night.
Austin, I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait. I know Jimmy Kimmel is going to perform. He's going to be the host on the Oscars. And it's going to air on Sunday at 8 p.m. and excited.
Yeah, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, I think on ABC, right?
Correct. You
All
can
right.
also watch this on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, all these networks have to adapt to the streaming audience as well. So we'll see how Jimmy Kimmel does this year. Okay, number 2, or B, since I started with A, B, we're talking about spring forward, daylight savings time this weekend.
Austin, it's actually, we're set 1 hour back. So
Okay.
I feel like we're going to be losing an hour.
But I guess, okay, so yeah, so that means though that as spring and summer is right around the corner, it's going to be bright later.
Okay.
So that's good. Finally, hey, in Central California, on Tuesday earlier this week, Victor from the Austin Reed Network, he was out and about in Northwest Fresno, right outside our studios. He was asking for donations. Here he is in the nice orange vest, staying safe, but asking drivers to donate to Valley Children's Hospital. They do this like every single year. I mean, we saw people on the corners from Bakersfield to Modesto. So really a big region. And Valley Children's Hospital in Madera, it is a great hospital. So.
You know, it's a great thing to see these young people or kids support the Valley Children's Hospital. It's amazing that they wake up early in the morning and they start to sell newspapers. It's an amazing work they do. So thank you very much to all those who try every day.
Absolutely. And shout out to Victor. Hey, that's going to do it for this week's episode of The Reed Report. Raquel, by the way, is a new member of the Austin Reed Network. And I want you to follow her on her Instagram. What's your handle?
It is at Raquel, RK1. So you can find me, that's my username, and I will definitely add you back. So
very good.
Go ahead and follow me.
All right, hey, welcome to the show. Have a great weekend, like I said, and we'll see you next week on The Reed Report. Bye-bye.
Ever since you've been leaving me, I've been wanting to cry. Now I know how it feels for you.
Look at that. Shake hands.
Fowler's hottest new martial arts gym. You'll get a kick out of it.